Downtown Fargo, where culture, creativity, and community collide. You've heard the headlines. Now hear what's really happening. Bringing the best of Broadway direct to you. The stories, the people, and the places that make downtown the heartbeat of our city. This is Rocky's Downtown Hour with Rocky Schneider.
Happy Friday, everybody. This is Rocky's Downtown Hour. I'm Rocky Schneider. Things are getting spooky around here. We got 1 week till Halloween, so everyone's got their costumes planned, their outings planned. You got a party you're going to, kids' costumes, find the spirit Halloween, all those things that make this a fun time of year. We have some beautiful weather going into Halloween, too. I know it's had some growing up where it was quite snowy and cold, but this one looks like it's going to be nice. We have a lot of events going on tomorrow surrounding Halloween. So Halloween's 7 days away, but this makes it the Halloween Saturday pretty early, 6 days before Halloween tomorrow. There's a bunch of things going on. The Red River Market, it's at the last Red River Market of the season, and we're going to have Simone on our show later today to talk about the market. That'll be in 6 days, and so in 6 days to Halloween, but we'll have a Halloween market because we'll have the trick-or-treat event there called the Wish Walk. And so we're going to have Billy Zielinski with Make-A-Wish on our next segment with us to talk about the trick-or-treat Make-A-Wish walk that we have. It's called the Wish Walk. It's a fundraiser we do at the Downtown Community Partnership to raise some money for Make-A-Wish and get the message out to them. But really it's about bringing out a couple hundred kids in costumes and getting to just experience the market. And then also we have about 30-some businesses are participating in it. So you can get around to a lot of cool shops and stores and restaurants and things and go in and get some free candy with your kids, see some places and, find some early gifts or whatever else you're looking for. Also going on, if you're bringing your kids downtown at Paradox, which is over in the old Mexican Village building. It's a beautiful renovation they did over there. They have what they call Nerdy Ween, so like Halloween, but for nerds. It's from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., so 10 a.m. is when the market starts. This will be going on at the same time and then go later in the day, but they have free trick-or-read comics. They have a costume contest. They have spooky arts and crafts. They have a prize for the best kids costumes. So you can kind of see all the Halloween stuff over there if you're interested. Or tomorrow night, if you're looking for something to do later without the kids, there's a pub crawl that starts at 3 p.m. Crawloween. Everyone's got a clever name. The Crawloween, it's got a bunch of different stops, and we'll talk about that later on our show. But they have a $500 costume contest. So if you're really up for it, you can come out to a bunch of different events tomorrow. You can dress up for the trick-or-treat Make-A-Wish fundraiser that we have in the morning at the market, do some shopping, come back to Nerdy Ween and do the kids costume contest, and then come for the pub crawl for another costume contest. So there's a lot going on. I know my family also has trunk or treat tonight. If you have kids, schools do these things called trunk or treats where you decorate your trunk and they walk around from car to car getting candy. Growing up, I was always told not to go to cars for candy, but I think it's funny now that the trunk or treat's a thing. But don't get free candy out of that van that everybody knows that says free candy. But this is a fun one. We decorate our trunk, and my wife goes above and beyond because she knows I love Halloween. But this year we're going as a Jurassic Park family, and so we got a big T-Rex coming out of the backside of the car, and I'll be dressed as Owen Grady from Jurassic World, and it'll be a good time. I'm always into costumes and seeing what people are going to wear. Tomorrow at the Make-A-Wish Wish Walk we have at the market, my team at the Downtown Community Partnership will all be dressed up as well. So come and see what we're dressed up as tomorrow. Something different and creative. Hope other people are coming to the market dressed up too, or just coming to do your shopping. The last time we have it down there. And so last week I bought a bunch of veggies there, fresh produce. I went home and made some soup, and it felt like great soup season. Soup during football, you can bring it for lunch. It's a great time to get your produce or your meat for the winter or early Christmas shopping. Another big thing going on today at noon, right after this show, the Convention Center Committee is meeting again, and they've been brought in. Now they have 4 finalists. One of those is the downtown location. The downtown is being interviewed today, or they have their interview. So they'll be back in front of the committee talking about their plan. They heard some of the feedback they got from the first round, and they, making it to the next round, you put in a little extra effort. But I'm pretty excited about I don't know, they have a new design concept almost. I think previously they were really utilizing that City Hall parking lot. Now, if you take a look at it, they are going to utilize the Civic Center footprint and really revamp what the Civic Center is, and it won't be a remake of this dingy building. It's utilizes a lot of that infrastructure for cost savings, but it really enhances it. And I've seen the pictures that they'll show today, and it's amazing. It would be an amazing asset downtown, right next to hotels and parking and pedestrian-friendly roads and trails and our amenities that we talked about last week along the riverfront, all of our river trails. I don't know if anybody went down there after the show, but I went for a bike ride this weekend, and I saw Patrick Crary down there working on the trail, the Great All-American North Trail, I think it was called, or something like that. But it's amazing. If you go down there, you can already ride on it. He's obviously continuing to work and groom it and everything, but you go right along where the paved trail is, but it goes off and it curves around into the trees there, into the different types of, riparian areas along the river. And it's a fun, very family-friendly course. It's not super technical or anything, but it's fun to get a little off-road, get your kids out there, build a confidence. Or if you just want to go out and get a little more nature, you can still do it right along the riverfront off the paved trail and do it. If you have any sort of bike, we'll work on it right now. It's actually probably a good thing to go down there and get some use on it to kind of help groom the trail and get those grooves in and help the trail builder out a little bit there. Pat's doing a good job, but it's very clear, but there'll be signage at some point. But if you go down there, you'll see the trail. It's really neat. It goes from Dyke East, which is right downtown, pretty much all the way to Lindenwood. I think it goes all the way to the Lindenwood Bridge at some point. And so you'll see it kind of curve through the different tree areas along the river there and right up to the path, over the path. And it'll be pretty obvious when you get down there. There's some, dirt paths that you can start to go on. But anyways, take a look at that because I think I was really excited about that. I also drove by last week at the mini marathon, and they had a record-breaking attendance. I think he said 900 people or something like that show up for it. And it's fun on Saturday morning, but you're used to the market getting busy at 10 o'clock as it opens, but at 8 a.m. last week, it was packed in downtown, and all the runners were there and had a good time. I saw a bunch of pictures from the area inside with Beyond Running, had sales in there, and seemed like a lot of people enjoying themselves downtown. But we know that'll be the case tomorrow. Halloween's one of the busiest nights for downtown. The pub crawls are super popular, and so we'll look forward to seeing what costumes people have this year. I'm not sure what popular costumes are this year. I assume Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce will always be a popular costume. I think the most popular kids costume this year is K-pop Demon Hunters. So if you don't know what that is, you don't have to feel bad. I think it's kind of a craze that's caught on. I know in our house we've watched it a number of times, and so if you want to watch it, it's on Netflix. It's one of the top movies on there. It's a little bit obscure probably if you're not into anime or K-pop, but if you want to give a shout out to K-pop, it's a pretty cool show, but the music is amazing too. You might just become a K-pop fan, and maybe you'll find a new costume for this year. I'd be curious what others are going as for Halloween. I always like to see what kind of pop culture references they make and what creative costumes they have, kind of going off the news of the day, right? And so trying to figure out what that is. But otherwise, come downtown, 10 a.m. tomorrow. We're going to have the market and the Wish Walk. And up next on our show, we're going to have Billy Zielinski from Make-A-Wish Foundation. And we're going to talk about everything Make-A-Wish does, just an incredible organization. But we're also going to highlight our market tomorrow and get to see all the fun kids and their costumes. So coming up next, we'll have Billy join us, and we'll see you then. Welcome back to Rocky's Downtown Hour. I'm joined with Billy Zielinski. She's the president and CEO of Make-A-Wish North Dakota. Welcome to the show, Billy.
Thank you very much. Happy Friday.
Yeah, so I always ask people high level, what is Make-A-Wish for those who maybe don't know, and I can't imagine, but give us an overview.
Yeah, we do have such a strong brand, don't we? Know a lot of people know who we are, at least in some way, shape, or form. But we create life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses, and we've been doing so in North Dakota since 1985. In fact, we're wrapping up our 40th birthday this year, and we've granted over 1,100 wishes to children. We serve all those who medically qualify, so it's in between the ages of 2.5 and 18, and you have to have a condition that is critical, meaning malignant, maybe degenerative, but not necessarily terminal. That's one thing that is a misconception about Make-A-Wish, that people think they know. At first, when it started, it was maybe the last dying wish. But now a lot of our kids go on to survive and thrive. In fact, we just have a new Wish kid. She's no longer a Wish kid. She's a mom and has a profession, but she's on our board of directors now and paying it forward.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. And I went to the gala a couple of years ago, and man, the stories are, you just pour yourself out into the, stories that you hear, and it's like, this is so cool. And the kids get to experience these amazing things that they'll remember, and gives them strength and something to hold on to. And it's a neat organization, and we are happy to partner with you and do our little, it's not a huge fundraiser or anything, but it's a really fun event. It's called the Wish Walk tomorrow at the Red River Market from 10 to 2, where we ask people to come down, do a free will donation. And we have 30-some businesses signed up to do a trick-or-treat walk. But it's a great way to get information out about Make-A-Wish as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It started out that way as really just an information and awareness event for the executive director, and I just sat down for a cup of coffee and thought, well, how could we partner, making sure that people know downtown also that we are here in the community serving kids right here locally. And that's 2016. I looked at my picture of my daughter and my son, who were a vampire and Darth Vader, and it was great. It was a cold day, October 29th, 2016, and we had a booth, and a lot of people though came down, and we had Ninja Turtles and princesses, and also just again creating that community. That's one of our values, is community, and so that is a very important aspect, even if it is not raising huge dollar amounts. Of course, more money, more mission, but at least also letting people feel like they're a part of something bigger than themselves.
Yeah, and you never know who you're going to touch with an event like that. We get 200, I think we had 250 some kids last year come through, and they all maybe have heard of Make-A-Wish, and maybe they'll take the next step and become a donor or help Make-A-Wish, or maybe they'll have a need themselves or at some point, and they'll know about it.
Or Kids for Wish Kids. That's what's kind of fun. Is we have this really great program where we give kids the opportunity, if it's their Girl Scout club or if it's, whatever it may be, that they can actually do a coins for wishes or have a wish week where I know Red River High School up in Grand Forks does a whole wish week where they do different fundraisers each day to give back to kids who may be suffering that they know of.
So I'm sure you get this question all the time, but what are some of the wishes that stand out to you? What's that you just immediately think of?
Yeah, every single one of them is so special. So I don't say, I say play favorite. So I'm going to just say one recent one that we had the privilege. We have a mission moment at our board of directors every time we meet. And we heard from Jace. And Jace is a 14-year-old from Grand Forks who has a nervous system disorder and has had a lot of struggles in life. And he came to Make-A-Wish, and their family's big football fans. And so he knew right away what he wanted to do was to go and meet and go to a Vikings game. And he was able to do that with our sister chapter in Minnesota. They just rolled out the red carpet, or blue carpet, as we like to say.
Or purple carpet, I guess, if it's the Vikings game.
Yeah, right, exactly. They went to a practice, of the Vikings. They went to a National Guard hangar and actually got a private meeting. Jace and a whole bunch of other Wish kids got to meet Justin Jefferson privately. And, of course, then they got a tour of the stadium, and then they had the big day, and they had a suite, and they just were treated as they should be. Just something that it takes away. They're no longer sitting at a doctor's office. They're not having to undergo any treatments, and they're just being kids. And while it didn't sway Dad and brother from being Bears fans, they are big fans still of Justin Jefferson, who just really did a great job of showing care and compassion for these kids.
No, that's amazing. And he's a great guy. I've seen a lot of his social media stuff, and you can tell he's just very personable and wants to get out there and talk to people. It's going to try not to make a joke, but hopefully it wasn't yesterday's game because the Vikings game didn't go very well. But that's amazing. And so how do people, other than coming out tomorrow, you can still give donations tomorrow if you don't bring a kid or not, if you're at the market and walking around and see our booth. But beyond tomorrow, how can they get involved in Make-A-Wish? What do you ask for?
Yeah, and there is a need, Rocky. So more than ever than there ever has. We're actually increased our referrals this year by 32%, and that comes at a cost because the average wish cost is upwards to $10,000 in cash, and so we are looking to grant about 69 wishes this coming year. And so you can just write a check. You can go online at wish.org/North Dakota to make an online donation. You can have a grant from your donor advised fund. You can also donate airline miles. We're one of the only organizations who can accept unused airline miles of increments of 1,000 and above from Delta United, and we get to use those to defray the costs because a lot of our kids, about 75% of our kids, every year want to travel somewhere.
Right. Yeah,
And so,
makes sense.
and we send the whole family to because it's their whole experience with with a condition and also with our wishes. Or you can leave us in your will. You can do a lot of different things. I think that whatever is meaningful and within your listeners' means, we're happy to accommodate.
So if they want to get a hold of you beyond the website, like if they want to sit down and talk about, putting something in their will or more information, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, so just give me a call at 701-280-WISH. And again, I'm happy to help and talk you through what are some options that we could, again, we never want to be just a transactional one-stop shop, whatever would make you feel good. And also time is another valuable resource.
Right.
We appreciate volunteers. So we're always looking for caring individuals who will actually discover, because we depend on about 190 across the state who actually are the ones meeting with our families and discovering what would really give them the most hope and joy and strength during their journey.
Yeah, the volunteers, you always have a couple out at our Wish Walk, and they're always just amazing people too. Just trying to give a little bit of time for something.
Yeah.
And it's been great. So if how do you get into the program too? So if you have a child who's sick or know a niece or nephew or something like that, do you get referrals from hospitals or do you get people that word of mouth, or how does that work?
Yeah, generally they are from the medical professionals. So that can mean a nurse, it can mean a doctor, a social worker. Even we've had school nurses refer. So anyone who has a medical background, the wish child's family, if they have enough information, like an uncle or aunt can certainly refer, and then obviously the parents or the legal guardian. So they make a referral right on our website. It's a pretty simple process. Then, of course, we work with the treating physician to determine what eligibility there is. Again, if that condition meets the criteria, and it's hard because we wish we didn't exist,
Right.
because that means there were cures for everything. And sometimes it's like when you're not, if it's not a condition that qualifies, it's like, yeah, you don't qualify.
Right.
But when you do, yes, then we start the whole wish journey, and that's when you're part of our family right from the get-go.
Yeah, and it's why it's such good work, I think, because there's so many sensitivities around probably everything you do, and so it's just so cool that there's somebody dedicated to doing that, because I know what these wishes can mean to people. But if you want to kind of get the word out there about what these wishes mean to the kids and what that does for not just them, but their families and everybody surrounding them.
Right. And I think it does have a ripple effect. I remember a young girl who wanted, early on in my career at Make-A-Wish, which I just celebrated 12 years, she wanted to have an art opening for her family and friends. And actually down the Arts Partnership partnered with us downtown when they were in that area. And we were able to make that happen. And to this day, she actually still continues her talents and is having art exhibits everywhere. Rocky, I think 5-year-olds should be excited about kindergarten, not worried about their next chemotherapy appointment. Or a 12-year-old should be excited about getting on the basketball team, not going through another surgery. And so I just think a lot of childhood is taken away from a child who has a critical illness. At least we care, and that's why we're doing this together in partnership. It takes people like us to say, we're here for you, complete strangers, but we're going to walk beside you, and we're going to help lift you up, and we're going to give you whatever joy we can.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for the partnership that we have downtown at the We'll be at the market tomorrow, the Red River Market. It's the last market of the season. It's from 10 to 2, but we'll be there. We'll have a booth up. You'll see us, the Downtown Community Partnership and Make-A-Wish will have stuff up on our booth. We'll give out candies there, and we have maps of the 30 participating businesses. So thanks for the businesses for signing up. They're all giving out candy that you can walk around and go to all over downtown, a broad area, but you can also walk around. And so explore some shops. Everyone will love to see all the costumes. You don't have to be in costume, but we always like to see the costumes. But bring your kids down there. I've heard from some people it's a great way where, if you come from a split family where your mom and dad each don't get to take you out trick-or-treating, we've had some people just love this event because that's when they take their time to trick-or-treat, and then the other spouse takes them on Halloween. And so we have had a lot of great response that way to the event as well. But it's a great way for kids to get out there and let's be honest, we all spend a lot of money on kids' costumes. It's nice to use them more than one day.
Yeah, right.
So at least you can use them twice, right? And then they'll go to sleep in them or something. But Billy, thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on the show. And when we come back, we'll have Simone from Folkways talking about the Red River Market. Welcome back to Rocky's Downtown Hour. We're talking about Halloween coming up in a week, and tomorrow we have a Wish Walk, which is the Make-A-Wish fundraiser and trick-or-treat event. So bring the kids out at the Red River Market from 10 to 2. And so talking about the market, we have Simone in studio from Folkways.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So Red River Market, it's a wrap,
It
right?
sure is. Well, we got one more day.
Yeah, so 11 years. That's impressive.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's crazy to think that we've been doing the same thing out there every Saturday, welcoming people to downtown, to the market.
It's like the can't miss event. How many vendors do you have in a typical Saturday?
On our roster, we have over 100. On a typical Saturday, somewhere around 60 or 70 you'll see at the market.
So, I think people, when they think about farmers markets, right, you end up going with some produce and stuff, but you can really get all of your holiday shopping done.
Yeah,
as well.
Absolutely. There's so much to see at the market. You can really fill your full grocery cart and more. So we've got produce, meat, eggs, all that good stuff. The pumpkin patch is downtown right now with all the gourds and stuff from the harvest. And then if you head to the other block, you can get hot food, you can get local beer, local wine, you can get bakery items, and then you can get artisan items as well, like jewelry or other gifts. So it's a really good variety, and really there's something for everyone.
Who's the sponsor tomorrow? What's the theme tomorrow?
Well, the theme tomorrow is Halloween,
Yeah.
of course. We don't have a sponsor for that day. It's kind of our makeup day because we always save a couple for bad weather. But we'll be celebrating Halloween. So if you want to come in your costume, or if your pet wants to come in their costume, or your kid wants to come in their costume, we will welcome you. And then you can participate in the Wish Walk as well.
Yeah, maybe I should dress my dog up. That'd be good. I could bring the dog down there.
Absolutely.
So are you dressing up in costume?
Well, I am thinking about promoting our next event, which is the Kriskindlmarkt. So I'm going to be wearing our Cindy Lou Who costume. I've got the wig. I've got the big wool coat and everything. So
are you staging a Grinch takeover or something in the middle of the market? So.
We might be having a special guest appearance from the Grinch at the Christmas market. So you'll have to come see that as well.
So I don't know if we have the Xcel Energy Holiday Lights Parade on December 6th, and there was a Grinch last year who's a local official that you might not recognize in his Grinch wear, but it's amazing costume too.
Wow,
so,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I always like the Grinch.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what that
definitely.
says about me, but yeah, I like the Grinch.
I like anything that's whimsical and silly. So when the Grinch comes out, it's always a good time.
People always see the Grinch as negative, but it's a positive story. Like he comes around in the end.
Exactly. Character development.
Right. It's okay. There's growth. Right.
And we encourage mischief here at Folkways. So
yes,
we like a
true.
Grinch.
So is your whole team dressing up tomorrow?
Well, we'll see about the weather. You never know.
It's supposed to be like 63 degrees.
I think so. I think we'll have some good costumes out there.
Because you get there at like 7 or 8 a.m.
Yeah. It's usually below freezing when we get there this time of year. So.
Yeah, that's a tough costume weather.
Exactly.
To make it through that. But no, I like that. How many people do you have on your team that work at the market? Because it takes a lot to get there.
Yeah, we have about 10 people on every Saturday. So from setup to tear down to working trash or our retail booth or our fundraising booth. You'll see us all over. Usually we are in bright yellow vests or red T-shirts. So come on down and say hi to our team and tell them thank you for such an awesome season this year.
And I know one thing your team is great at, and it's what you guys do at Folkways, but you always smile and wave.
Yes.
And welcome people. And it's amazing how that little bit of effort goes a long ways in making people feel that You can come down by yourself. You can come down with friends. You can meet friends there.
Yeah.
Everyone's welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. The point of the market is to be a place for the community to gather. It's our town square on the weekends. Whether you're coming to shop or you're just coming to hang out and enjoy the live music or take part in the kids' activities, we really want the market to be a place where people really feel welcome and can spend time together and meet their neighbors. It was so fun last weekend. I was just standing in the bread line and two ladies were just like, oh my gosh, hi. Oh my gosh, hi. I haven't seen you in so long, and gave each other big hugs. And we love to see that at the market. People just running into old and new friends and making connections.
The power of sourdough.
Exactly.
That's
it brings people together.
It's always the longest line is the sourdough line. So
it is.
great.
We encourage pre-order pickup with them. They're good with
is
that.
the market growing after 11 years? I mean, do you continue to see growth and change, or?
Yeah, something fun for this year is that we had 15 new vendors sign up, which is awesome. It's so cool to see in our community people wanting to start new businesses, people taking their idea and putting it out there. We had a homemade vanilla bean vanilla vendor. We had the sourdough vendor. We had a couple new food vendors, microgreens, bunch of new businesses that were starting up, crepe vendor. So it was just really, really awesome to see people still coming out and wanting to launch their businesses at the market. And then we saw growth in participation as well. We had 1,000 more people come on opening day. We had our biggest season of participation in our cooking demonstrations ever. So every Saturday we do a cooking demonstration at 11 o'clock that uses local produce from the market. I think it was up like 15% in attendance on that as well.
Wow. Yeah. What's cooking tomorrow?
Ooh, it is a apple stuffed squash.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apple stuff. Yeah, it's like a turducken almost. One vegetable inside of the other. It's good.
Festive upon festive.
Yeah.
It's very fall, little like cinnamon side dish.
Sounds delicious. Yeah, and I thought, I'm blanking now. What's the cookie vendor that I had on the show a couple months ago?
Oh,
It's like the colorful cookie.
Colorful cookie,
Yes,
exactly.
nailed it. Colorful cookie, but she was talking about how she uses, you mentioned the vanilla guy who has his own vanilla now, and how they kind of partnered and said that now I just use stuff from the market and then make my product, and it's like that's such a cool like incubator.
Yeah, it's awesome to see the vendor relationships form and people using each other's ingredients and really making it successful for everyone. And we have a very fun vendor community. So if you're thinking about starting a new business, come March, we'll have our applications open.
Yeah, and it's such a good mix where people have, I don't call it a hobby, but it's their Saturday, hobby craft that they come out and sell. And there's others that are, trying to make that their everyday business, right? And so they make the relationships or orders offline, or you get weekly deliveries of different things. And I just think that's cool. It's a little incubator for not just downtown, but for the region, because you've had a number of stores open out of that too.
Absolutely.
Which is really neat to see.
Yeah, and it doesn't stop after the market closes. You can stock up tomorrow on everything, but if you go on our website, you can see all our vendors and go to their websites. A lot of them have either delivery or pre-order pickup throughout the year. So check out those vendors, and a lot of them are on the Red River Harvest Co-op as well. So there's lots of opportunities to shop from Red River Market vendors once we are closed for our outdoor season.
I've become a microgreen guy at the market. Like, it's so good. And I always thought microgreens were pretty silly. Like, why are you buying little pieces of lettuce type thing? But it's like, man, that guy has some good microgreens.
He does.
And it's simple, and
it's crazy how much flavor can be in one little sprout.
Right. Yeah. So open your eyes to new things. You know, he
try
gives
something
out
new
little
at
free
the
bowls of
market.
salad, and it's like, okay, I'll try it. And I'm like, it's really tasty.
Yeah,
Snap.
after our food tasting, or after our cooking demonstration, we have a food tasting. So you'll be able to try the recipe, take the recipe home, and then make it yourself.
Amazing. And so Folkways, this is your last market, but it's not the end of the season for you by any means.
Yes.
You mentioned the Christmas market, but before that, we have Halloween.
Yeah, we have our Halloween night bazaar, which will be at Drecker on October 30th. This is going to be an awesome event. We're going to have live music from the Meat Rabbits, which is one of my favorite festive fall polka bands. I kind of call them like modern rock polka. It's not your grandparents' polka band. They really bring the energy, so that'll be fun at Drecker. And then we're going to have a bunch of like kids activities and carnival games and tons of stuff. So if you don't want to go do Halloween stuff outside, that'll be a great indoor alternative. Dress the kids up, indoor trick-or-treating, and a bunch of activities, DIY, paint a pumpkin, all that fun stuff for the kids.
So yeah, you can either be a kid in costume or an adult in costume.
Absolutely.
And so we're all about costumes.
Absolutely.
Whimsical,
we sure
as you
are.
mentioned. So yeah, tomorrow you have Wish Walk, which you can bring your kids, get a trick-or-treating in with their costume tomorrow. Go to Nerdy Ween at Paradox and dress up as a costume. They have a kids costume, or probably all ages costume contest there. The pub crawl tomorrow night in downtown. There's a $500 costume contest. Wow. So if you want to, get your Grinch and grab them and try to win. But and then obviously next Thursday we have the Night Bazaar, which is always the coolest event. And this one's indoors.
Yep.
So back indoors out at Drecker. And you have a bunch of, you get your ticket punch card for $20.
Exactly. And you can do all the carnival games and popcorn and cotton candy. And we have 3 different DIYs. So a lot of activities to do.
So a lot of opportunities to use costumes before Halloween even hits next Friday. That's the best. And I love that. How many different costumes can you go as in a week?
The Folkways team's got an entire costume closet. Our theme for Halloween is nostalgic kid characters. So you'll see our team in Corduroy the Bear and Cat in the Hat and Willy Wonka.
I like it. I was Willy Wonka last year at the market.
Oh, yeah, awesome. That's right.
So if anybody needs, I have Willy Wonka costumes.
Joe's going to be rocking a Willy Wonka costume, so maybe you guys can be matching.
Yeah, I should. Is he doing the old Willy Wonka?
He is.
Okay.
Yes. The classic
I did the
jacket.
Johnny Depp one.
Yeah. Very different vibe.
Really different, yeah. No, I like the old one.
Yeah, we like the classic. Yeah.
I'll shake him down for his everlasting gobstoppers.
There you go.
Is he handing out golden tickets though?
Ooh, we probably should do that.
Like if he hand out little chocolate bars, but one of them had a couple of golden tickets, and you could win something.
Wow, that'd be so fun.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Idea. I'll try to execute on that before Thursday.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. No. We love.
Do you have any Oompa Loompas though?
I was going to be an Oompa Loompa, and then I couldn't get it together in time. So I'm reusing an old costume that I have, which is the butterfly that's made out of bread from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, okay.
It's a very deep cut. It appears in one scene for 15 seconds, and that's it.
Well, I don't want to wreck your plans, but I did have a coworker last year go as an Oompa Loompa.
Oh, my gosh.
And so if you need Oompa Loompa costume... And it's still acceptable to go in orange face paint, which
it was definitely a strong choice with the orange people with the green hair. I don't know what was up with that.
I know it's really strange, but God bless those Oompa Loompas and their chocolate making.
They do a good job.
Right.
They're working hard out there. I get it.
That factory wouldn't be the same without it. Right? It's amazing. All those kids would stay stuck in the tubes at the factory.
As a Christmas market elf, I can relate.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Okay, when we come back, we're going to have Simone stay with us on our last segment, and so we'll come back and keep talking about Halloween and the market tomorrow. Welcome back to Rocky's Downtown Hour. We have Simone from Folkways on with us, talking about all the amazing stuff Folkways does. But maybe for the audience, what is Folkways?
Yeah, we are a community nonprofit, and we are fighting isolation and loneliness through creative events, creating places where you belong. So we do that through the Farmers Market, the Red River Market downtown, our Night Bazaar event, which is like a family-friendly community festival, and then our European-inspired holiday event, which is coming up, Kriskindlmarkt.
Yeah, I type it as CKM because every time I try to type it out and get something a little different.
Internally, it is CKM.
CKM, yeah, that's great. And the show, Downtown Hour, is going to be live remote from the opening day of Kriskindlmarkt on November 21st.
Yes.
And it's over 2 weekends, right?
It is the weekend before and weekend after Thanksgiving. So you'll have 2 awesome opportunities to come, and your ticket gets you into all 6 days of the event, which is an awesome deal in my opinion.
Yeah, and so just a reminder, so you have Thanksgiving there, and it'll be the Friday after Thanksgiving, and that Saturday then, which would be the 29th, that's Small Business Saturday.
Absolutely.
So it's a great day to come downtown and support your small businesses and get some shopping in. There'll be a number of sales and festivities. We'll have all the Christmas lights on downtown. The Christmas tree lighting at Broadway Square will happen that Tuesday of Thanksgiving week, and all of our lights will be on by then across up and down Broadway. We'll have brand new snowflake lighting on Main Avenue, and so come down and see our new snowflakes. We have our Window Wonderland that starts on that Tuesday of Thanksgiving week too, which will have, last year we had 50 some storefronts participate and decorate their buildings and windows. Come down and we give away prizes for voting on your best one, your favorite one, or the best one, whichever way that works. But yeah, so there's all sorts of stuff going on for the holidays, but Kriskindlmarkt is definitely a destination point. And you can go there for lunch on Friday, right? If you're working downtown.
Absolutely. Come with your team. The first Friday, we've got a lot of happy hours going on with different companies, so that's always fun. But we open at noon on Friday, so come for lunch, bring the family down afterwards, and stay for the evening entertainment.
So what's going to be new this year?
Oh, we have so much new stuff. Our Winter Wonderland outdoors is getting a complete overhaul upgrade. So we've got 12 new vendor sheds that are coming. If you've been to our event before, you've seen our maybe kind of slightly shabby handmade versions, but we've got these bigger sheds coming. So all of our outdoor vendors will be in those. We've got some beautiful new decor coming for our Winter Wonderland. And just a shout out to our sponsors, the Fargo-Moorhead Visitors Bureau and Bell Bank, for supporting those upgrades as well, which is really exciting. Inside, we're going to be doing a total overhaul on our food menu, which I'm the most excited for. Thinking about all the awesome kind of Scandinavian, German-inspired
the Swedish
foods
meatballs last year, though. I mean,
we
they were
still
so
will have the Swedish meatballs.
Okay.
Don't panic.
Come back. I'm good.
But we'll have a bunch of new on-theme menu options and a bunch of like kind of share plate items that you'll be able to enjoy with your friends and family in the beer hall while you are snacking and listening to music. And then Drucker's going to be offering some exclusive drinks and beer launches during that weekend as well. So keep an eye out on our social media and theirs as well for all the stuff that's going to be at the Christmas market.
Very cool. And so that's on November 21st, and it's two weekends.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great use of the Civic Center.
Yeah.
Just to remind people, right after my show, the Civic Center location is one of the location options for the convention center that Fargo voters voted on. And they have not a totally new design concept, but it looks amazing. And so if you get a chance to look on City of Fargo's Facebook or YouTube page, take a look at their interview today. You'll see some amazing pictures of what the convention center could be like right on top of where the Civic Center site is right now.
Yeah, lots of opportunities for downtown.
It looks so cool. But yeah, so tomorrow, last Red River Market, just to reiterate to everybody, there's the normal market going on. As part of that, we have the Wish Walk, which is a trick-or-treat fundraiser. It's free. We have a free will donation if you're willing to donate to Make-A-Wish. They do great things. Thanks for Billy for being on our show earlier. But we have a couple hundred kids show up at any time between 10 and 2. We give you a map, and there's 30-some participating businesses. I think the vendors at the market are also giving out candy.
Oh, yeah.
And so your kids will be happy. I have a rule in my house that all the 100 grand bars have to come back to Dad because that's my favorite.
That's fair. A little tax.
Yeah, Dad tax. But the truth is, right, when the kids go to sleep, you take whatever you want anyways. Yeah.
Surely.
I always love is it Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon? They do like we ate all your
yes,
videos.
I've seen that.
Yeah, those are always classic. But no, so we're excited about tomorrow. And then tomorrow we do have the pub crawl downtown too. I know people that want to dress up. There's a $500 prize, and we have a bunch of participating bars: Old Broadway, Sports Bar, Fort Knox, Rooters, Cowboy Jack's, Blarney Stone, Side Street, and Noble. So you can go and you get a passport. And I think you get a medal at the end of it as well. You get medals.
Wow, congratulations.
So get back to the OB and get your medal once you get your passport. There's no charge of it, obviously. You'll go out and get themed drinks from DS Beverages at all the locations. But yeah, so you have an all-day thing tomorrow, and there's Nerdy Ween going on at Paradox. There's a lot to do downtown tomorrow.
We're going to have great entertainment at the market as well.
What's the entertainment tomorrow?
The live band is Puccine, which is an awesome Celtic jam band, fiddling and all sorts of fun stuff. And then we'll have the Spooky Ballet from FM Ballet do a little preview as well. I think that's at 12:30.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Poutine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, classic.
Very
good time.
There are no meat rabbits, but...
No, well, we've already got them booked the next day. So
I went to the meat rabbits at Drecker's Oktoberfest. They were playing there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah, they did a version of Constantinople by They Might Be Giants. That was pretty awesome. So it's a good time. Awesome. Yeah. But, okay, what else do we need to know about the market tomorrow?
Well, dress warm. Come on down. We'll get to do our food demonstration at 11. Like I said, Spooky Ballet at 12:30. Bring the kids also because we've got a bunch of activities for them. Our nonprofit booths always have activities for kids. And then you can come over to the turf. We've got the Blue Blocks, which always a classic. We've got all the games from the square, which is so fun. And then check out downtown. We've got bunch of locally owned shops and restaurants, some unique
small
shopping.
Business. So our last thing I like to ask is give a shout out to some other small business downtown that's doing cool things that you like to send people to make sure they go to before they leave the market?
Okay, well, it's not open yet, but I want to shout out Maria's because they are a former Red River Market vendor who is moving into their own restaurant.
Right on First Avenue.
Yeah, exactly. So
their windows are decorated.
Yes, keep an eye out for when they open because we love supporting Red River Market vendors who start their own stores.
I've been peeking in there.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner from Halberstadt's if you're looking right across from First Avenue Market. It's, you can't miss it, and it'll be delicious. You probably can smell it as you walk by.
Yeah.
I hope anyways.
The other one that I've been loving lately is Revival, the coffee shop across from where Maria's is going to be in the First Avenue Market. That's a good stop. Our team loves stopping there as well.
Love it. Thanks for all you do for downtown and our region and getting people out and meeting each other. It's great. So come by yourself, come with friends, meet friends there. You'll leave with more friends and more produce than you thought.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody, have a happy, safe Halloween weekend, and we'll be excited to talk to you next Friday on Halloween.